Well, I can tell you this 17-year-old battery is starting to probably crap out, but probably just enough to start a small engine. But it did charge. It went to 100%. That's when this green light comes on while it's charging. This is the Schumacher charger. But if you look at the voltage, 12.3 resting voltage. That ain't cool. That is not good. So actually, if I take a look at these here. I don't know if I have that on there very good, but that's showing 12.2 roughly. That's not good. That's enough maybe to start a small engine. But yeah, it's 17 years old. What the hell you expect, right? Let me see if I can get it on there a little bit tighter. But yeah, well, it's good enough. Well, let me just do this. We're going to do the load tester on it. You can see what it brings it down to. I'll put this on it, the voltmeter, and then we're going to run a Bedini Charger, Renovator Charger, see what kind of resting voltage it goes to after that's charged with that battery charger, see if it comes up to 12.7. Then we'll load test it. Okay, so we'll see how this works out. I'm going to be flipping this switch and hitting this start button here up to 10 seconds on the meter, on the countdown timer. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Wow. That's showing horrible. There's no, this battery won't start a car. This battery's now toast. See it? The needle dropped all the way. There's the gauge, 1 volt. Wow, that dropped all the way. See that needle? I'll just do it again here real quick. See the needle right here? It's upside down, but you can see what's going on. It should stay in the green here, or even in the yellow. Goes all the way down. Well, let's see what the Bedini Charger does. Actually, this battery is now toast. It was load testing out fine about 6 months ago, but I guess maybe not now. Well, this will be a good test for it. And see the resting voltage? Oh, this camera is like, that's bad. That's bad. But when it goes all the way down there like that, that wouldn't start shit. So let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. It's probably going to be on a long time. I can tell you that right now. Okay, so we got the Bedini Charger out. It's hooked up to the battery. I didn't plug it in. There's like 2 pieces to this. This is a 20 volt AC to 20 volts. When I do, okay, so the Bedini Chargers, I have it hooked up to the battery. I don't have this. Hi, Mr. Cat. Hi, Cat. Let's feed Miss Cat out here. See? Hi. Anyway, this is it. Making noises. There she goes. Yeah, eat some food. Anyway, so I plug this in first. This is it's an AC to DC adapter, and it puts out 20 volts on this side of the pin right here, right? And I make sure this is plugged in first. Then I have this hooked up to the battery. Then I do this. I'm trying to make sure this unit doesn't break on me and lasts a long time, because I actually overheated it. Ooh, that don't look good. That don't look good. That's telling me there's some kind of problem with this battery. Big time. That's not good. Well, we'll try this one instead, because this will be very slow. This is like a 1 amp per hour charger, but put on setting 6. What you can see right there, setting 6 is 12 volts, 7 to 7 ampere hours, lead acid. This is not a very big car battery, but we'll see what it does. I can hear it buzzing, so I don't know, might be something wrong with that other one. I'm not sure. I know I used it and it was working good, and then started doing a red blinking light. Now all the batteries I got are new except for this one. And then I tried it the next day on the Sebring convertible. That's got a 1-year-old battery in it. It's got like the top of the line battery. It's working fine, but I don't know. Could be something flaky with it, but I know this thing's working. Well, apparently that charger's defective because I couldn't have really overheated it. I charged up 4 batteries, but all 4 of them were basically almost new, and they were pretty much almost fully charged. I mean, probably like 95% charged, so it wasn't running that long. It shouldn't have overheated. I mean, I never broke that freaking $20 charger, so this thing's $150. Something wrong with it. So that sucker's going back, but in the meantime, I'm going to use this one, and I'm just going to charge it for a few hours at a time, because, you know, I just think that thing's defective, man. Probably UPS broke it or some shit. So, anyway. When they dropped this thing, I know that, but this thing works still. So, turn it back on. It's on setting 6. And, I'm not going to probably run it for several hours or so, and I'm not going to run it 24 hours. Let it do its thing. There's something wrong with that thing, though, that's for sure. Yeah, it's taking a nice slow charge. You know, I guess this thing's working fine. I'll tell you, UPS probably dropped this damn thing because they dropped this, but this didn't get screwed up. It just got the end of it bent. They probably dropped this too, because I think something's in there is loose. But I can't take it apart. I don't think it's the way they built the unit. It's UPS freaking tearing shit up. But yeah, this seems to be working, because I checked the rust. I turned it off for a second, and I checked the resting voltage. Instead of it being at 12.3 volts, it was at 12.7 volts, which is a full 100% charge resting. But I'm not going to check it yet until the green light goes on with this thing. You see that whenever it goes on. Hi, cat. What are you doing over there? I hear you meowing, huh? Meow, meow, meow. What are you doing, huh? You want some more wet food, huh? You want some more wet food, Missy? You want some good food? You okay? Meow. You want some? All right. Anyway, so this looks, you know, I think it's a great product, but just the UPS probably freaking killed it, man. Because look what they did. I'll show you. Look what the hell they did on this thing. See this thing bent like that? That's how I got it from the package from UPS, but this still works. There's no problem with it. They probably dropped this thing really hard, even though it was packaged good. So I'm not going to blame the unit on it, because I heard a lot of good reviews about it, and it did freaking do a great job for the first few batteries I did. So anyway, so we'll see. We'll still see what's going to happen with this 17-year-old battery, because I'll be using this thing, and it's not. I already did charge it, so it's not going to, you know, it's not going to put much strain on this thing at all, because you know, this is a 1 amp per hour charger, and I got it on setting 6, the right setting, which is 12 volts. So, and you know what I'll do is after 12 hours, I'll give this a couple hours rest, and I'll try it again, so I don't overheat nothing. I doubt if I will, though. I don't think there's anything wrong with this. I think it just got sulfated like crazy. So it's going to be pretty interesting if it comes back, man. 17-year-old, 1-year guarantee battery, man. It was doing okay last year. It was still low testing out good. I'm curious about this shit, man, because these battery companies are a bunch of assholes, man. All they want to do is rip you off, right? You got ways to get, we got ways around it. Right technology. This Bedini guy really come up with some good stuff. Just watch out for UPS. Well, looks like this charger didn't take too long, because you see the green light on right there. And this is the bad boy that really's been around 8 years. That's super strong, well, super reliable. Anyway, I'm actually going to put this on the El Camino, because even though it's an automotive battery, and the guy did say you can use it for car batteries, it takes a longer time, but it's got basically full charge in it practically. So just to top it off, see what it does. Now I want to see what the resting voltage is on that battery. Well, I can already tell you this battery's toast if the resting voltage is 12.3 volts. Let's do it. We'll see it go right down. Boink. Oh, wait a minute. Huh. You know what? That's a lot better than 1 volt. Holy shit. You know what? That stupid charger, well, stupid charger, that thing actually did work. I mean, maybe it's not going to be able to bring this, maybe it'll work after a few cycles. Wow. That was going all the way down here. And this was showing like 1 volt. So, and you saw it already, see, 12 volts is like about a 50% charge if it's resting, if it's a good battery. Resting voltage don't mean shit. Now this thing is like not like a real fancy load tester. It's just like one load. That's all it is. It's like, one size fits all. So in other words, you should adjust this, like for a small battery. If this said weak down here on this small battery with this kind of load, it would really probably mean it's good. It says it's probably too low. But that is a hell of a lot better. That's a hell of a lot better. That was going at 1 volt when I clicked that before. Wow. So that thing does work. Maybe a few cycles. Maybe, maybe I just used a bigger charger on it. In the meantime, and I got to hear this on the El Camino. Well, like I said, UPS, man, it dropped. This thing's fine. I mean, they dropped it. They dropped it. They bent this corner here. And they might have did something with the other one too. I don't know. It's hard to say. So anyway, that's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. So even though, say it doesn't start the car, man, it did bring it back quite a bit. But I remember this thing was like starting the car slower and slower. Even my 1300cc little Suzuki Samurai, and it seemed like it was cranking it over okay, but when I put the new one in it, I was like, whoa, it cranked a lot faster. But yeah, maybe this thing would come back with, and I was using a battery minder on it. I guess the battery minder does not restore like that Bedini thing does, whatever the hell that's in there. No idea what the hell is in that thing, but it works. So maybe a couple more tries with this thing, probably maybe we'll bring it back. That's really how you're supposed to do it, I think. You're supposed to, if you really got a bad battery, you kind of put a load on it with some, like, a couple 10-watt lights for so long, kind of bring the voltage down, not really bad, but then you charge it back up again. But yeah, that did do something. Because like when I threw this switch before, it went right down to the bottom. It went down to 1 volt. That is a hell of a lot better. That's a hell of a lot better. There might be, it looks like probably one of the cells is really screwed up, and it didn't bring it all the way back yet, but it brought it back partially. I bet you eventually it does. It's pretty cool because, I'd like to keep an extra good battery on hand, especially a little sucker like this I can just carry around someplace. It's a big maintenance-free one. So, man, that's pretty freaking surprising because I was using the Schumacher ship-to-shore marine charger, which that's supposed to be a fairly decent charger. I use these flow chargers. I use the battery minder, this thing here. This thing, I use this, which is a desulfator. That's been used on this, and it was good. You know, that's the other thing. It wasn't like just crapped out like 10 years ago or something. This, even though it's a really old battery, it definitely was good about 6 months ago. Definitely 6 months ago. Wow. So, you know, even if I can't bring it back, that proves that Bedini thing freaking works, man. Just that beware of UPS or whatever. And I don't know, maybe, you know what I think's going on with that other one though. It's got a loose wire in it. Nothing major, but I can't take it apart because if I take it apart, you know, I void my warranty. You know, so you have warranties on these things. But this one, man, this will be cool. This I'm just going to use this to top this off. And you know, I guess the guy did say you can use this for automotive. Like, you know, if you apply it to the appropriate setting, which is number 6 is 12 volt lead acid, 5 to 7 ampere hour. This is probably like a 70 or 80 ampere hour battery, but it's almost fully. It's been on a charger. It's not like a discharged battery, so it's got about a 90% charge in it. So I'd say I'm going to be using. You know, I say it was it's got to do another 10%. It's a 70 ampere hour battery, so it's got to throw another 77 ampere hours in it. So it'll be done, you know, 8 hours or something probably. You know, it ain't gonna take too long. So that won't hurt this. It won't hurt this at all. Plus, it's under surge protection. You know, everything I plug in has got surge protection. Just, you know, Florida's got storms, but blue skies today for change. So we can go do some work on this thing, some more body work.